So I ran and just made it to the pharmacy. And it's the same woman who's really, really nice to me, but she scolded me justifiably before and said, you can't keep coming in here last minute. So since I did come in last minute today, because I couldn't find stuff and I'm exhausted and I stayed up creating those important to me videos, I apologized. I'm so sorry, I'm late, but it only took a minute to do my transaction anyway. I got in there like a minute early, but I ran to do it, killed myself to do it. I said, I'm so sorry. I've been going through a lot. I've been watching my mom starve herself in front of me, okay, for weeks. In the middle of one of her worst breakdowns ever. And now, of course, I didn't say this to her, I'm saying it to you. Now, of course, she stopped, and it's like it never happened. Except it deeply, deeply, deeply affected me, negatively impacted my existence, okay? So I'm going through all of that, okay, for weeks, and I have to be treated like shit, made to feel low and worthless and insignificant and just like a low-life scum over a package of lemons. Meanwhile, I have frequently, periodically, had to complain about the lemons on the shelf that were either going bad, about to go bad, soft, or already rotten. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that I buy 3 packages and one of them has a bad lemon in it that wasn't bad in the store. Oh. That wasn't bad in the store, But again, stores that put stuff into place like double your money back guarantee, I mean, they factor in that there are going to be low-life scum who take advantage of that, okay, just to make a few bucks, that let something go bad just so they can get double their money back. But to treat any customer that way, you don't do that unless, like Joe says, it's egregious, like someone's coming in all the time. And this guy actually pointed to the sign on the wall when I said, why am I not getting double back on the lemons? And he made something like, oh, it was just one lemon. You brought in one. And then he's pointing to the sign. It's at our discretion. It's at our discretion. I think he said it twice, being all haughty and whatever. Just intentionally making me feel like shit. That's all it was. And all the real manager had to do was turn to me. Instead of, it's not that he went against me, but I didn't expect him to discipline the other one in front of me or anything like that. Of course not. I expected him to say, I'm sorry he treated you that way. You're a valued customer and he shouldn't have treated you that way. But he didn't. They ganged up on me, essentially. And then the guy said again to his manager the same thing he'd said to me. He's like, she does this all the time. No, what do I do all the time? Not returning bad stuff and getting double money in my bag, because like I said, I haven't done that in years. No, he's a little 20-something twerp, maybe a young-looking 30-something, but I highly doubt it. I wouldn't be surprised if he was half my age, like seriously. And he threw his weight around and made me feel like crap, okay? He was nice to me over the phone when he didn't know who I was. It's that simple. And he thinks that he can just fall back. He thinks he can just use that at our discretion and treat someone he doesn't like badly. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't fucking work that way. Joe sent me a thing indicating as such that I'm going to read to you. So I got my mom's Capra just in time. And like I said to this pharmacist that I've known for a while now, if I hadn't made it, I'm so sorry. I came in the last minute, but I've been good lately ever since she scolded me. I didn't say that to her, but she knows. Like, I've been good lately. And I came in at the last minute but not to have them fill meds or anything like that, just to pick up something that was already filled, and all I did is put the credit card through fast. And I said to her, I'm like, I'm really sorry, I'm sorry, but if I hadn't made it and got it, I would have failed, I would have failed in that my mom already didn't have Capra. This morning, I was desperately trying to find an extra pill somewhere in my drawer on the ground, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes I find pills that are outside the bottle for whatever reason. So, but no luck. I had to go here on no sleep. But I'll get to go home and sleep. And Omar started screaming, too. I would have been there on time. I didn't tell her that. Omar started screaming. Why was he screaming? Not because he had to go to the bathroom. I had to put him out to go to the bathroom. No, he's screaming because he couldn't get up or something. Like I said, I do my best with that dog, but the nature of him means he could end up one of these days seriously injuring himself and have to be put down or something. If he gets stuck or can't get up and twists his neck, I do the best I can. There's nothing more I could do. I got him out of the metal cage because he was putting his paw in between the bars, and then I read horror stories about that. But everything's a horror story with Omar because he's old and blind, and I didn't think he would let himself get stuck in between that new, beautiful, nice, soft bed and the side of the thing, but he did. He did. Luckily, I caught it. But, I'm a nervous fucking wreck. So my mom has been eating regularly. She said she told the doctor and the social worker she would eat regularly and drink, and she's been doing it. She's been doing exactly what we decided she would do, which is she's going to eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and have her 8 ounces of water each time. That's 3 glasses, and then 8 ounces with her meds. That's 4 glasses, and then anything extra that she has is on her. She's at least getting 4 glasses of water, 8-ounce glasses of water that I know about. It probably still isn't enough. He said 4 to 5, but a lot of people think you should have more, but nonetheless. And she's been on her own having like a yogurt or a cottage cheese or whatever, surprisingly, and sometimes cocoa. So it's like, okay, we said do this and you suddenly did it because your doctor said, but meanwhile you starved yourself 15 pounds lighter in about a month in front of me for weeks. I mean, it's just I don't know, I just can't even describe it. Going through all that, and then I have to be treated like shit over these lemons. I don't even give a fuck. That's why I said to that manager at the end, because he was still making excuses. Like, he says to me, this isn't the only incident you've had with him. So you're still, like, defending him, even though you claim that you took him up and reprimanded him and gave him a written warning. But I don't want that, or I don't care about that. I care about you apologizing to me. Not making all this fucking crap and just apologizing. I didn't even know if he would be reprimanded or maybe officially written up for what he did to me. I wasn't thinking about that. And I didn't care about the damn $4. You made me feel like crap. You're sitting there throwing your weight around and pointing to the sign like I'm some little horrible little person off the street, and look, it's at our discretion, and it's horrible what he did to me. Horrible. And then this real manager makes light of it and says, oh, well, he's probably just having a bad day. You don't do that. You don't do that. You apologize on the behalf of your jerky employee who isn't going to honor your policy, your store's policy, just because you don't like the policy of the double money back guarantee, and you think I'm taking advantage of it in your little puny brain. Doesn't matter. You're still supposed to follow it. But no, he's got the loophole he can fall back on. Well, it's at our discretion. Yeah, basically what you're saying is you don't like me, and you're going to falsely slander me and say that I do this all the time when I don't. I do other things, like once in a while get a free item when it rings up wrong. And again, the policy is it's not at your discretion because you don't like somebody. Like it just says, the at your discretion is meant for somebody who's like, is like changing signs or doing stuff to get free stuff. Like, not that you don't like the person because they've done it too many times in their lives. I could go in that store every freaking day and get a free item. Okay? That's the nature of that thing. The at your discretion is bull. And it's not for him to fall back on because he doesn't like me for other fucking reasons.